Yo, what's up? In this video, I want to walk you through what goes through my mind when I visit a country that doesn't require tipping. And just for the record, I think tipping culture in America is pretty broken. I think it's a little bit predatory that a large part of someone's salary depends on the whims of other people, and it's like a very subjective scale. On the flip side, though, I also feel like as the tipper, it creates this weird power dynamic where you're not sure if this person's being nice to you because they want a bigger tip or because they're a genuine person. So I feel like it's harder to build relationships that way. And also, there's like a shame aspect to it. So like I feel the need to tell you that I do tip because even though I'm making this video and I'm telling you I don't like tipping, I gotta tell you I do tip just because of the shame aspect, right? So for all those reasons, when I visit a different country that doesn't require tipping, it's actually equally as stressful because, for example, when I visit a different country, I look up on Google, hey, do they tip here? And they say no. I go, okay, cool. I don't gotta worry about it, right? Yeah, that's not really the case because as an American, you're kind of just pre-programmed to have to tip in certain situations. Like, for example, you get a long taxi ride, or your bellboy brings the bags up to your room, right? So you got to tip in those situations. Typically, when those things happen, you're just coming out of the airport. You just got to the country. You don't really know how it works yet, right? You don't probably don't have any money. Typically, if you have money, you got big bills, right? By the way, if you ever travel a lot internationally, you should get like a fee-free account, like a Charles Schwab account. Fidelity has a checking account as well, where they don't charge you any fees because they don't have like banks, right? They just like it's like a virtual bank, so they save a lot of money on the property, and in return, they just return all the fees to you, right? So when you pull money out, it's the exact same exchange rate, and then if the ATM that you're using charges a fee, they'll refund you that fee. So that's how you should exchange. That's how you should travel. Just use your Charles Schwab account to pull money out, and then never pay any sort of foreign exchange rate fee. Where was I talking about? All right, so let's say for example, I'm getting a ride from the airport now to the hotel, and the taxi driver is like super nice to me, and the entire time I'm just like, okay, how much should I tip this guy? And I'm just like, all right, how much money does a taxi driver in Malaysia make in a month? And I go, oh, that number seems kind of wrong. Now I should look up. Hey, actually, how much money does a taxi driver in the capital of Kuala Lumpur make in a month? Right. So that seems okay. That seems a little bit higher. All right. So let's say they make $3,000 Malaysian dollars a month. To divide that by 30, okay, that make $100 Malaysian a a day. Okay, divide that by let's say 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day. They make like $10 to $12 Malaysian dollars an hour. If I tip a quarter of that, that would be like $3 Malaysian. Okay, cool. I'm gonna tip this guy $3 Malaysian. And then I look up how much is $3 Malaysian worth in USD. That's like 75 cents. So, okay, fuck. Like, is it even worth giving this guy 75 cents? Because is he gonna find that offensive, or is it better to just like not tip because that's part of the it's not required, right? And it's kind of an internal struggle. And I'm like, all right, now I got to tip the bellboy. The bellboy's gonna help me carry the bags, and then I can't tip the bellboy in the app. I gotta get cash. But all my cash is large bills. So like, do I gotta go to the fucking the desk and like ask him for money and then come back and give the money to the bellboy? That just seems like a hassle. And it's like, all right, well, like now my entire day for the rest of the 2 weeks is spent around making sure I have enough small change to give to people in case I need to, right? So I'm just managing my dollars for the most change possible. And then I'm just like, all right, well, like, how much money should I pay the bellboy? And I do the whole exercise with him again. They make a little bit less. I'm like, all right, I could give them, if they carry the bags up for me, I can give them like $5 Malaysian, which I think is pretty decent, even though it's like, only a dollar or whatever. And then I had the thought, oh, what if I just like gave him like $20 and just like blew his mind and made his day or whatever? And that thought goes to my head. It's like, oh, but I don't want to do that because like, what if I do it one time and he expects it all the time, or what if he tells his friend? Not everyone expects it. And then yeah, so I'm just not gonna do that. And then I go to the boss. Okay, what if I just don't tip? What if I just don't tip at all? Because this is such a hassle. I'm gonna manage all this money and it's a lot of thinking. What if I just don't tip at all? And then I go, okay, but I'm visiting a place that's like, that's like a lot of Americans come here and they probably tip and they know I'm American, so they probably expect it from me. So if I don't tip, they're gonna think I'm cheap. But then if I do tip, I'm like basically perpetuating this stereotype that Americans tip, and they're gonna expect it. So the more I tip, the more I'm promoting this culture that I don't believe in. So that's what happens.